Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Willis Nesbitt Stadium, home of the Logan High School Wildcats, the Logan Middle School Timberwolves, and now the Logan Raiders A, B, and C division. Today we have a C team division matchup between the Gilbert Pride and the Logan Raiders. And before we continue, we're going to say thank you to our sponsor of this Logan Raiders C team game, and that is Superior Pocahontas. Thank you for sponsoring the Logan Raiders football 2022 season. So before we continue, we're going to step aside real quick, take a few minute break as you're watching Logan Raiders C Team football live on YouTube. And we're getting set for Logan Raiders C Team action as the C Team division will start out on Logan Raiders C Team division will start out on defense, and the Gilbert Pride will start out on offense. So in the C team division, to give you just to give everybody warning, the coaches are allowed to be on the field and help them in any way, shape, or form because this is the youngest stage to start your football playing career, and they want to make sure they get everybody lined up in the right formation and get them to run the football, throw the football, and block your defender. And for offense and defense, just want to get you lined up in the right position as the snap goes back far as no. And the ball goes over the Gilbert defender's head, and it is going to be a turnover, a Sourwood Springs turnover, and the Logan Raiders will have the football on a one-play turnover, and that will the bring up the young club for the Raiders C team division, head coached by Elmo Bell. And the name to look out for Logan, who made an impact at man last time they played, was Jet Johnson. So the Logan Raiders C team are lining up, ready to go on offense. The coaches are getting them lined up, set. The quarterback for the Raiders, but we get a penalty flag thrown, and it's probably in the area of illegal motion called against the Raiders. False start called against the Raiders, excuse me. So now the C team will come back out after the their false start. And that is number 20, Major Shepherd, who gets the here, and he's tackled in the backfield by a Pride defender. That's going to be a loss of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 17. A loss of 2, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 17 for the Gilbert Pride. I mean, for the Logan Raiders. So here comes the snap, and that is number 20, Jet Johnson, and he is off to the race. Off to the races, touchdown, Raiders. But we got a penalty flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be in the area of holding against the Raiders. That's in the area of holding against the Raiders. So that will back them up 10 yards. And their ball will be at the 50-yard line. So Logan has done nothing but went backwards on this drive, and they hand it off to number 20. That's Jay Johnson. And he is to the house. Touchdown, Raiders. And there's another flag on the play. And this one looks like it's going to be in the area of holding again. So Logan has more negative plays than they do positive plays. Well, negative yards than positive yards. It's going to be 2nd in Middleburg Island. So the Logan Raiders will now have the ball at the 39-yard line in their own territory. And they hand it off. That is Major Shepherd. And he is broke free, and he is gone. No one is nowhere near him. Major Shepherd to the 10-5. That is a actual quality metal roofing touchdown, Raiders. As it's now 6th action on the board. No flags this time. So the 6 points will stand. With 4:54 remaining, Logan leads 6-0. Forgot to take the 6 off on that last play, but it stands this time. Logan leads it 6-0 over the Gilbert Pride as they're going to attempt a 2-point conversion. But right after the C team plays, you'll have the the A team division playing. So Logan will come out for the 2-point conversion. And just like what happened at Man, 2 players were the focal point of the offense that just touched the ball and they were gone, and that was Major Shepherd and Jet Johnson. Excuse me, I missed it. And while I was getting distracted, the 2-point conversion is good. So Logan will lead it 8-0 over Gilbert. So we step aside, and we'll be right back after this short break as you're watching Logan Raider Football C Division live on YouTube. We're back as the Gilbert Pride C team is going to start at the 40-yard line. As the clock does start and they take a snap, it's over the head, and it's going to get fought on by a C team player from the Pride. Gilbert is just having trouble getting the snap down. As we got 3 minutes and 55 seconds left, we had a little malfunction with the clock. Now we got it to work, so Gilbert will have it. 2nd and 16. 2nd and 17. Way deep into their territory. And Gilbert hands it off. That is number 2 who takes the snap. That is Bree Hatfield, and get walloped. But after the break, we'll introduce the Logan Raiders C team cheerleaders. It was head coached by Stephanie Doty and assisted by Kayla Badgett. Gilbert will have it at 3rd and 18. Quarterback takes a snap. Number 5, Sebastian Klein, and he gets no gain. He actually loses a yard, and it's going to bring up 4th and 23. And bring up 4th and 23 for the Gilbert Pride. As this is the Logan Raiders' first home game of the year. First time streaming for the Logan Raiders this year. We're going to try to get everything sorted out. Klein takes the snap, hands it off, and he is met at the line by number 44, Paxton Plumley. That'll be a turnover on downs. That is a Sourwood Spring, turnover, and the Logan Raiders will take over for a Mining Wrestlers first down. And the Raiders will take over at the 27-yard line as they start their drive. So a handoff to 44 Plum. No, it's DK Mosby on the carry. And that's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up 2nd and 5. Brought down by a group of Gilbert Pride defenders. As we are a minute away from the end of the first quarter. Quarterback hands it off. And that's a gain of 3, and that's by DK Mosby. And with 17 seconds left in the first quarter, and the Raiders hand it off. That is number 26, 6 as Major Shepherd, and he takes it to the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Oh, Jet Johnson, my bad. That's Jet Johnson, excuse me. It's hard to see the Raiders' numbers. So Logan will attempt a 2-point conversion as they now lead at 14-0 over the Gilbert Pride. And 2-point conversion is good. So 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Logan leads at 16-0 over Gilbert. So again, we want to thank you for today's sponsor of the Logan Raiders C-Team game against the Gilbert Pride, and that is Superior Pocahontas. Thank you for sponsoring Logan Raider football throughout this entire 2022 season. Now, Gilbert will take over at the 40-yard line, and as they do, I'm going to step aside and be right back as you're watching Logan Raider football live on YouTube. We're back. Quarterback Sebastian Klein is going to take the snap from Gilbert. Right, and he hands it off to number 2, Bree Hatfield, and Hatfield will take it, and that will end the first quarter play. So the end of the first quarter, Logan Raiders lead at 16-0 over the Gilbert Pride. As at this time, we're going to go over the Logan Raiders C-Team Cheerleaders, which is coached by Stephanie Duty and Kayla Badgett. We have Gemma Atkins, Jersey Atkins, Adeline Baisden, Kiara Bryant, Camelia Casey, Kenzie Chambers, Peyton Dameron, Palmer Duty, Ava Ellis, Aslan Evans, Aliana Evans, Nevia Gabbard, Callie Hogan, Addison Johnson, Riley Johnson, Aria Jones, Alana Jude, Laney Jude, Lexi Kelly, Hadley Lambert, Keatley Lowe, Kinsley Lowe, Margot Lucas, Maylee Markham, Brinley Maynard, Mia Maynard, Brinley Mead, Abigail Mounts, Harper Perrin, Isabella Perry, Naomi Quick, Gracie Roden, Aubrey Robertson, Cadence Rose, Kinsley Ross, Camelia Ruiz, Lonnie Talbert, Janie Turner, Sabrina Witt, and Isabella Workman. Those are your 2022 Logan Raiders C-Team Cheerleaders. As we're set to start the underway of the C Division here on second down for the Gilbert Pride. As Klein takes the snap, he looks to keep it, and he's going to try to cut it to the outside. He's got an opening. We got a penalty flag thrown, and there's a tackle by number 15, Jackson Bell, but we got a penalty flag in the area, and that's going to be in the area of holding. Going to be called against the Gilbert Pride. That's going to back him up 5 yards. Going to back him up 10 yards. So with that holding penalty, it looks like they declined. And it was going to bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Pride. Klein in the shotgun. Looks to take the snap. And he hands it off to number 2, Hatfield. Hatfield gets open and he gets tackled by number 26. That's Major Shepard. And it's going to bring up 4th and about 2 yards. So bring up 4th and 2 for the Pride and see if they can get off the field here. So on this 4th down call, let's see what the coach R.J. Klein has in store. Against the Raiders and Coach Elmo Bell. Coaching up his defense. Sebastian Klein and bad snap and they fall on it, and that will be a turnover on downs. Gilbert Pride turns it over. That's a Sourwood Springs turnover, and the Logan Raiders will have it. In Gilbert territory at the 43-yard line. That is a Mining Residents. 1st down, Logan. So the Raiders will come up onto the ball. Jimmy Kiefer. And that is Jackson Bell, and he is at the 10-5, and that is a Quality Metal Roofing touchdown, Raiders. So add on to that lead. Logan leads at 22-0 over the Pride. So Logan will go for the 2-point conversion. They're 2 for 2 on 2-point conversions in this game. And the 2-point conversion handoff is no good. Oh, 2-point conversion is good, actually. I saw someone tackle in the backfield. I didn't get the chance to see it, but 2-point conversion is good. So on a running clock actually at 3:55 remaining in the second quarter, Logan sends their lead 24-0. And Gilbert will come back out on offense at the 40-yard line to see if they can make some moves. As you're watching Logan Raider football live, we'll be right back. back. Klein takes the snap. He hands it off to a Gilbert defender, and he gets tackled by a group of Raiders. That was number 4 on the carry. That was Gannon Sparks on the carry. He gets met by a group of Raiders, no gain, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Pride of Gilbert. So as the clock is running, the Gilbert coaches are lining up their players for this next play. As this is still the growing of young football on for both of these clubs, as they're just starting out their football career. As Klein takes a snap, hands it off, the fumble on the ground and is recovered by a Gilbert Lion, number 20. Bryson Thomas was on the carry, and he fumbled it and was able to get back on it. And that is going to bring up 3rd down for the Pride. As Gilbert, they had some momentum going on that last drive, but just bad snaps have hurt the Pride. And they haven't been able to move the ball against this Logan Raider defense that has not gave up a point all season. So we are under a minute remaining in the first half. Klein looking for the snap. Takes the snap, hands it off to Hatfield, and Hatfield is met in the backfield. Jackson Bell just met Hatfield and slammed Hatfield to the ground. That's going to bring up 4th and 20 for the Gilbert Pride with 18 seconds left. And it looks like we're going to run out. The clock's going to run out on the Pride. They won't be able to get a snap off as the coaches are talking over the plays, trying to get him to line up. And that will end the first half of play. Gilbert trails 24-0 to the Logan Raiders. So as halftime approaches, we're going to step aside for a 10-minute break, and we'll be right back as you're watching Logan Raider football live on YouTube. Okay, we're back and we're set to start the second half of play as Logan has a commanding 24-0 lead over the Gilbert Pride. And it's been the Johnson, Shepherd, and Bell show for the Logan Raiders C team. So as the Raiders start out on offense, their head coach Elmo Bell's giving them instructions. We're we're waiting for the officials. Actually, they're taking their time. The players are ready to play. They just don't have officials. So now the officials have made their way to the playing area, and we start the clock. And it's 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for the Logan Raiders. Quarterback Jackson Bell taking the snaps for the Logan Raiders. For those of you who don't know, the Logan Raiders are a combination of the old Holden Raiders and the Logan Cowboys / Wildcats. When Logan Raiders uh, didn't have enough players, they decided to combine the team as Bell tips it out to DK Mosby. Mosby, he gets tackled hard by a group of Lions. That was number 5, Sebastian Klein, was the first man to meet Mosby. That'll bring up second. Now bring up 2nd and 11 for the for the Logan Raiders. Gilbert Pride's defense trying their best to get the stop here on offense, as Logan has done nothing but drove the ball down the field on all their drives. And we get a handoff, number 44, fumbles the football. Paxton Plumley was on the carry. He fumbled it, and he was able to fall back on it for a loss of 1. It will bring up 3rd and 12 for the Raiders. For those of you who are wondering, I am Daniel Miller. I'm a former Holden Raider player. Was part of the Holden Raiders A-Team Championships back in 2008 when Coach CD Music and my dad coached the Holden Raiders to a championship. We went 9-1 that year, and our only loss was our first game of the year to Mate 1, but we made up and beat Mate 1 in the championship game. And now we see the new generation of Raiders and Cowboys. Jet Johnson. No, as DK Mosby has it. He gets to the outside, and nobody's near him as DK Mosby. He has got a open convoy. He is at the 10-5, and he is in for the Quality Metal Roofing touchdown, Raiders. Logan extends their lead 30-0 over the Gilbert Pride. And now they're going to attempt a 2-point conversion, which they have been successful all 3 attempts. And can they make it a perfect 4 for 4 against this Pride defense? But one thing about Logan, when they get to the edge, either Mosby, Johnson, or Shepherd, you can't stop them. They're really tough to bring down with their speed. So the Logan C team gets the instructions from Coach Elmo Bell. Bell takes a snap. He hands it off to Plumley, and Plumley is in for the 2-point conversion. The Logan Raiders are 4 for 4 on point after attempts with the 2-point conversions, and with the clock running, under 4 minutes to go, the Logan Raiders have the lead 32-0 over the Gilbert Pride. So as both teams reset at the 40-yard line, I'm going to step aside as you're watching Logan Raider Football C Division live on YouTube. And we're back as the Gilbert Pride handoff to, I couldn't see the number, but a young Gilbert Pride. The Gilbert Pride runner was able to take the ball, and he ran it for just a couple yards, didn't gain nowhere. It was brought down by number 40, Grayson Jones. He's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Pride. So the Pride is setting up on offense. Klein getting ready to take the snap. And they hand it off to number 2, Bria Hatfield. Number 20, Major Shepard, was there on the stop. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Gilbert Pride. They want to keep the drive moving. So it's Klein. Get ready to take the snap. He takes the snap, hands it off to Hatfield. Have balls on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by the Logan Raiders. Number 20, Major Shepard on a recovery, and that'll be a Sourwood Springs turnover on downs, and that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. As Logan leads at 32-0 heading into the 4th quarter. We're going to step aside and be right back. But before that, we want to take time to thank our sponsors for today's Logan versus Gilbert C-Team game. That is Superior Pocahontas. Thank you for sponsoring today's games. And we're back here to start the fourth quarter, and we've already started the clock. That the referees gave the signal to start the clock as number 42 takes the handoff. That is Matthew Hall, and he is cut to the outside. He's got one man to beat, and they don't think they'll catch him. Matthews Hall's at the 10-5, and that is a quality metal roofing touchdown, Raiders. Matthew Hall takes the handoff and takes it to the end zone. And the Logan Raiders are well on their way to moving to 2-0 as they have a 38-0 lead over the Pride of Gilbert. Now we set up for the 2-point conversion. Coach Elmo Bell is trying to coach up his team. And we're on a moving clock as the Logan Raiders have this victory well in hand. And a handoff up the middle, and he is short. So the first failed 2-point conversion is no good. With the running clock in the fourth quarter, Logan has a 38-0 lead over the Gilbert Pride. So we want to thank you for today's sponsors of the entire Logan Raider football season: Big Willie's Seamless Gutters, Superior Pocahontas, Quality Metal Roofing, Valet Tax Office, Mining Restaurateurs, Sourwood Springs, and Jeremy Valet Insurance. Thank you for sponsoring the Logan Raiders football for the entire 2022 season. So with Gilbert coming back out on offense, we're going to step aside as you're watching Logan Raider football live on YouTube. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, and Klein is the handoff to a Gilbert Pride runner, and he gets no gain. He actually loses a yard. So with that handoff, it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Pride. And up next, we have the Logan Raider A team, who is coming off of a weird 16-2 victory over the man 18 Billies. So Klein looks for his instructions. Sebastian Klein takes the snap, and he's going to keep it. And he is going to get met by a Logan Raider. That is number 86, or 88. I don't have a number 88 on the roster. We didn't have the number for a Logan Raider player who made the tackle. It was number 88, but I don't see a number 88 on our roster. So whoever that young man was, he made a hard-nosed tackle. No, that's number 80. That was we finally got the name. That was Grayson Jones who made the tackle. So after that tackle, it'll bring up third down as Logan Raiders were all around Sebastian Klein. And he is tackled by number 85, Lucas Smoot, on the tackle. So it was Lucas Smoot who made the tackle. He made the tackle the last time as we are under 40 seconds from ending this ball game, and we're going to get ready to get started with the Logan A team versus the Gilbert Pride A team. As we are winding down on a running clock. We want to give a good shout out to both of these teams as we are under 11 seconds to go. And it looks like Gilbert is going to try to run, and they're just going to let it go as Sebastian Klein hands it off to Bree Hatfield, and she is met at the backfield, and that'll end this ball game as your final score. Logan 38, Gilbert nothing. So we're going to take another 10-minute break, and we'll be back for the start of the Logan Raider A team. And guys, thank you for watching Logan Raider C team action. I'm Daniel Miller, and I'm signing out. We'll see you.